Hello, ladies and gents, boys and girls, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Welcome back into the PMDG 737-800. We're sat here on the ground at iniBuilds, Liverpool, as Ryanair 70 Hotel Tango, cruising at flight level 350. We're going to be heading down to the new MK Studios version 2 of Porto. Very interesting flight today. Operating under the real call sign and departing at the real time as well. We are in VATSIM. I think there's a bit of traffic next to us, but there's no one online in the UK at the moment in time, which is a bit of a shame. But we're going to be departing off of runway 09 on the Rexa 2 Victor departure. And then our routing takes us south out of the UK, exiting over between Cardiff and Bristol, over Exeter, over Brest, then into northern Spain via La Coruña, and then into Porto on the ILS 17. It looks like the winds are favouring, so we'll have a quick look round the scenery as well when we get there. 2 hours 7 minutes airborne. It's going to be a good flight, so let's jump into the flight deck and get everything set up for today's service. So welcome into the flight deck of the 737-800. We'll jump into the captain's seat. We have got GPU power on, but the aeroplane's in sort of a turnaround state at the moment. So we'll jump into the captain's seat and we'll go into the parking brake and overhead panel now. So we'll do the IRSs to the nav position, do the flight recorder, MAC airspeed warning. These don't work until the IRSs are aligned, and then we'll do the displays, just set these up quickly, and then overhead panel. Let's do a quick scan. Everything's pretty much set up okay. Seatbelt sign can come on now. Window heats can come up, and that looks good to me. Lights on. We're cruising at 350 initially. Probably not going to get any higher than that. And the altitude in Porto, we'll do that when we get there. We'll turn down the air conditioning. It is quite hot on this aeroplane at the moment. Lovely. So air conditioning will be coming online shortly when we get the APU running. Let's go and request our flight plan through SimBrief. So we'll jump down here. We'll do the fault fire test first. That looks good. And we've got 3 bottles on the left and 3 bottles on the right. Lovely. Oh, everything looks good here. All in order. We go 1000 on the transponder. Can get the lights turned down. Don't need the lights. It's going to be a complete day flight all the way there. That's all sorted nicely now, and then we can jump down into the FMC. So FMC, Oz in it. We're at Echo Golf Papa Papa, or Echo Golf Golf Papa, sorry. Stand is number 5, no, number 4. Next page, left GPS. Pop that in there. Routes, we'll request it from SimBrief, and we'll select that. And let's go to the route page. Well, not route page, sorry. Let's go into the other FMC and do the fuel. So to get there safely with enough room for alternate is 10. And then we'll go payload, and it's going to be, if I can find it, 57.3. Lovely, that's all sorted there. Then I'll pop the legs page on that side. There's nothing in there at the moment because we need to load it in and then activate. And we'll request GSX boarding right now. Activate,
Hello,
execute.
Captain. We are ready for pushback.
09 for departure. It's going to be the Rexa 2 Victor, which is there. Execute. And the ILS 17 on the Aspot 3 Tango, which is there via ADNAV. Execute.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Let's go through the flight plan, reset the fuel, and go RTO, and we'll step through. So it's a right-hand turn, quite an abrupt right-hand turn after departure, south out the UK and then into Porto, 2 hours 7 minutes. All that looks good, no discos anywhere. Right, weather in Liverpool's quite nice, and then I've got the Rector to Victor. There you go. So there's no altitude restriction. Well, there is an altitude restriction of 4,000 feet. Meant to say there's no speed restriction, so it's unrestricted speed, 4,000 feet. Of course, they keep me quite low because Manchester's just to the right of us. Right, airport. We're push back. Probably it's pretty simple taxiing straight down to Hull Point Charlie, and then we'll go 086 and init reference route performance 0 for your way in. We need reserves to get to, so let me just do some mental maths quickly. So we need 3.6 to get to Lisbon, and then 6 on the cost index, 350. Cruise winds are going to be 228 at 28. Execute that. That's looking good there. All sorted. There you go. Right, take off a 1 with a selected temperature of 45. Take off. Next page, we'll go 0.0 on the runway slope. And then the winds are going to be 090 at 19. So it's quite a brisk wind. Slightly to the right of the nose. Flap 5, trim of 5.12, 147. We'll get 147 plugged in the speed window. And left flight director, right flight director. Can't put LNAV on because the IRS is on a line check. And we'll trim 5.1. Right, that's all done. Lovely there. Overhead panel, we're going to get the APU on. That's all sorted. And that is pretty much everything, guys. I'll jump back in when we're ready for push and start. Right, we're ready to go. So everything's sorted. APU's on. Parking brake is on, and we want to go. I'll go nose right, and I'll taxi
Release parking brake
around because we are quite close to that building to the right of us. So everything's off, and we'll wait for the stairs to be detached properly. But yeah, everything's looking good so far. Legs paid, and I'll actually request the winds. That's something we forgot to do. So load, and it should give us a couple of things to execute for the top of climb winds, top of descent winds as well. Lovely, so that's all sorted there. Stairs have been detached. There's an EasyJet next to us. Yeah, they're clear. Parking brake released. Let's rock and roll. Well, actually, let me sound Unicom first. So, what stand are we on again? Is it, let me get my piece of paper out, it's 4 I believe, so get 122.8 plugged in. Liverpool traffic, Ryanair 70 Hotel Tango, stand 4 pushing back, engine start facing to the east. Liverpool traffic. Right, lovely, that's all said and done.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Engine number 2 to start. And we'll wait for 25%. Beautiful. Right, that is...
West traffic, Ryanair 5 to right, we're right downwards to the island, 05 left.
Sorry guys, back again. I turned him
Cockpit
down.
to ground.
Jesus Christ,
We
that
have a
was
good engine start. You can
well,
disconnect.
loud. So we get engine number 1 going. And engine number 1.
Much traffic, Ryanair 5 turning right base for the ILS 05 left.
God, he's still really loud, and I've got him on 30%.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Right, lovely. There's the bypass pin
Left is
removed.
clear,
We've just got to go
right
and
is
see
clear.
official confirmation that the bypass pin has been removed. And then we can do our overhead flow. So we're going to go Alpha 6, Alpha Charlie. There's the bypass pin. Lovely. Overhead panel now. Left gen, right gen. Taxi light APU off. Start switch is continuous. Repeats. And we're going to get left gen, not left gen, left pack, right pack. APU off. Flaps position 125. Blank below DU. That's all sorted. Let's do a flight control check. Just get my feet on the rudder pedals. And get all comfy. Full right, full left, full forward, full back, full left on the rudders.
So much traffic, Ryanair 53 Mike, we're now established ILS 05 left, 11 miles.
Bloody hell, he's so loud. And Liverpool traffic, Ryanair, 70 Hotel Tango, taxiing Alpha 6, Alpha, whole point Charlie, runway 09, Liverpool traffic. That is correct, isn't it? Yeah, right, let's get on our way. Liverpool traffic, Ryanair 70 Hotel Tango departing runway 09 to the south, Liverpool traffic. Right, lights are on, weather radar's on, TCAS is TARA, which is squawking 1000, we're ready to go. Cabin has been advised. We get the SIDS page, which is the to Victor. And we'll do a rolling takeoff, true Ryanair style. So we'll line it up, make sure we're dead in centre. We'll spool them up. 40%. Chrono.
Much traffic, Ryanair 53 Mike is now vacating 05 left.
Stable tow gas, set takeoff thrust.
$80 knots.
Checked. Start releasing a little bit of that forward pressure. Then we've got neutral. Maintaining centre line, a little bit of right rudder coming in.
Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate.
Gear up. And I've got L down. Yeah, no speed restriction, so we can continue. Goodbye, Liverpool. Beautiful out there. Right hand turn is starting. We'll start bugging off. And we'll continue that right hand turn. We'll just bug the up speed, 213 knots. Look at that, brilliant. Right, flaps position 1.
I'm holding short.
There's the altitude, 1,000 feet to go. I'll whack the autopilot on when we've levelled the wings here. So I'm nicely trimmed out. That looks good. Let go and command A. VNAV. Speed window has been closed.
Traffic, easy to
Flaps up.
6 mile file over the window.
Look at that, beautiful. These sounds that Boris do are unbelievable, wow. So what we'll do is we'll just go up to like 13,000 feet, or 12, call it 12. Right. Auto brake, auto, or off, sorry. Standard barometric pressure, lights off, start switches off, gear levers up and off. Crew can be released, start the service. That's us on our way. So climbing away nicely now. Enjoy a week here for a little bit. Look how nice it looks out there. Beautiful weather in the UK today. Picked a perfect time. I think the weather's going to be a tiny little bit worse in Porto when we get there. Forecast for some rain and some thunderstorms in the vicinity of the airport for the time that we're arriving, but that's okay. Winds are pretty calm, so it should be okay. But yeah, look at that. Visibility is perfect today. So we'll just go straight up to our cruise now then. I'll just double check fast scope. There isn't no one online. So 350. And that is pretty much it, guys. Now I'll leave you with some climb and cruise highlights, and I'll see you when we're in the descent into Porto. Hello and welcome back into the flight deck. We are descending now into Porto. As you can see, the weather in front of us is not the best. Should go back to Liverpool, looks nicer there. I don't think anyone has ever said that in real life, but I might be the first. But it's not looking good in Porto. The weather's calmed down from what it was about 20 minutes ago, but it's still not the best. As you can see, we're on this final leg in towards the ILS point, and then the real aeroplane actually landed and went full length down the runway and vacated right at the end and taxied straight in to if I can find it, Sierra 10, which is there. That's what the real aeroplane did, so we're going to try and do the same. So I've selected auto brake 2. If we have to get off earlier because the braking's a little bit too harsh or whatever, we'll just get off at Delta or Charlie, whatever, and taxi on down into Sierra 10. But yeah, so that's the plan for the arrival. It's looking good so far. Everything's set up nicely. Cabin crew are getting the cabin ready for arrival. I'll set 4,000 feet. I'm just going to send a little bit more now. The terrain around Porto, I didn't realise how hilly it was. It's gorgeous. I don't know whether this is a part of the updated Spain and Portugal area. I think that's just the south of Spain, isn't it, that was done? But I could be mistaken, it could be this part as well, because it looks really nice around here. Yeah, look at that, really nice terrain down there. And the flight's been uneventful, not a lot's happened. It was just straight across the Bay of Biscay all the way here, really. Weather en route was pretty much okay. We're just before descent, we were cutting through some quite high clouds, but no engine anti-ice needed now. As you can see, the temperature is just okay. Right, landing lights come on now, about to pass through 10,000. Get the logo light on as well. Enjoy another little wing view as we descend more. Never been to Porto in real life, never been to Porto in the sim either, so this will be a first. Purchased the MK Studios scenery the other day. I did one test flight from Lisbon to Lisbon to Porto and back, which are both MK Studios sceneries. I have downloaded a GSX profile as well, which you can find on the flightsim.to website. But yeah, it's looking good so far. There's some nasty cells just off the airport's approach, which is lucky for us. Just checked on VATScope, no one's on the ground in Porto, which is a shame. I thought because it's a new scenery we might be getting some ATC, but alas, there's nothing online. There's actually no one knocking around us. I think the only people who are close to us are in Faro and Lisbon. So, beautiful views out the wing. Look at that. We are very lucky in this sim. I mean, I couldn't imagine flying something like this and it looking as good as it does in X-Plane. I'm not slating X-Plane either. I love X-Plane, but we've come a long way. I'll whack it to vertical speed and we'll leave it like that. Start slowing down now. We'll get flaps 1 out shortly. We'll watch that come out. One. And we'll bug the up speed to 10 knots. So the go around is 6,000 feet, which is it's quite high actually, and the go around is pretty simple. Descend once going around, once reaching 3,000 feet, turn right to set a waypoint. Go straight to flat 5 now, watch that come out. Beautiful. And we'll match the headings up, so 171, we've got 3 of those. 2 courses, 171 and a heading of 171. We'll slow down that rate of descent. And we'll slow down the aeroplane as well. Arm the speed brake. We'll go approach mode in a second. We'll just wait to get a little bit closer, just so that localizer doesn't bug out. There's a little bit of rain, but I mean it is 18 degrees outside, so definitely no need for any engine anti-ice today. I can see the airport, it's in sight. Slow down that rate of descent even more. And approach mode. Single channel, localizer, and wait for glide slope capture. So 6,000 is set for the go around. $170 knots, we'll keep it like that.
$2,500.
180 till 5, dear me. So yeah, I believe this is actually a custom city by Microsoft then, because it looks really good down there. It looks too nice for it to be just a basic. Right, so let's get comfy in the chair now, feet on the rudder pedals, and let's get ready to start configuring gear and flaps. So bang on 5 miles, we'll go gear down. We'll start slowing down to 170. Gear down, flat 15, match speed. Speed brake's already on, go overhead panel, taxi lights, and cabin crew advised, start switching to continuous, and we'll give it a second for that speed to start tumbling down. Right where that white bar is on the altitude on the side of the PFD, we'll wait until we get to that and we can configure full flaps. So that's 1,000 feet AGL. 4 flaps is coming out, and we'll bug 150 knots. Look at that, fully configured like a real Ryanair pilot at bang on 1,000 feet. Lovely and stable. Right, I can see the runway nice and clearly, and as you can see, we are nice and stable. So, all throttle off, my aeroplane, let's do some hand flying. So So quite a stiff wind just to the right of the nose. So just keep that in factor for the whole approach. Because it's quite a stiff headwind, we're adding a little bit more thrust than usual for this gross weight and flap setting. Just watching that speed. There you go, had a little bit of a gust there, let the speed get a little bit too low.
Approaching minimums.
We're going to correct the added speed with a little bit of down on the yoke, just to maintain that glide slope nice and stable now. Minimums continue. Looking good so
100. 50. 30. 20.
Close the
10.
thrust levers, a little bit of a high flare. Come on, runway somewhere. Kick it over, maintaining that centre line. Down we are, speed brakes up. Reverse is green. Yeah, that wind's a little bit too swirly there. I mean, look, keep trying to maintain centre line. It's so hard with that rudder. A little bit squirmy, but it'll do. Lovely ground textures though, I must say, for the runway. Yeah, look at that. Idle reverse and auto brake too, and we're going to get off way before the end of the runway. So that Ryanair in real life must have gone auto brake 1, or kick the auto brake off completely, just let it roll. We'll put on the brakes though, anchor ourselves in, and we'll turn off here at Delta. I think this is not a bother. We'll just taxi on down as usual. Lights can come off. No, we'll keep the logo light on. Weather radar off. TIRA off. And start stowing the flaps and speed brake. And the APU can be started. So, I think there's only one taxiway around this apron, so I think we're just going to turn right, and then it's all the way down to the end to Sierra 10, which is there, yeah. So I think we're at Delta or Charlie, whichever one, but it's just a straight line all the way to there. We're at GSX, select from map, and I shall click on Sierra 10, and we'll go no, and Benigns. That'll do nicely. Welcome down to Porto though, guys. Beautiful scenery by MK Studios version 2. Yeah, really nice scenery for $17.99, I believe it was, on the iniBuilds store. That's where I get most of my sceneries now, from either iniBuilds or the Contrail app. And MK Studios' new work has been really good, actually. Their Rome, what other scenery is MK released recently? Was it just Rome? Or something else that we've flown into? But a couple of their sceneries that have been updated for 2024 have been superb. Very, very good. It's all the way to the end, Sierra 1, Sierra 10. Just making sure so I don't make the wrong turn. I mean, it seems pretty simple, but I usually mess up the simple things. Nice little flight though from Liverpool. I was surprised when I clicked on the arrivals at Porto and I saw Liverpool, and I thought that is good because we haven't actually shown off Liverpool in a video. We did a live stream in it to Jersey and back, but we haven't done a video, so I thought it'd be nice to kill two birds with one stone and get both new sceneries showcased. Sierra 10, so we'll go taxi light off. And that looks good there. So the GSX profile, like I said, it's a bit of a shame that they don't come with the GSX profile, the actual MK Studios sceneries. I couldn't find one on the iniBuilds store. So I just downloaded mine from the flightsim.to website off a guy, and I tested it out yesterday and it was really good. So right, let's try and get all the zeros where we didn't get anywhere close, did we? So we set parking brake, APU's already on, so we go engine number 1, 2 off, and beacon light off, seatbelt sign off, and the packs can be put on APU bleed. Welcome down to Porto. So guys, welcome down to Porto. Thanks for joining me on this enjoyable Ryanair service down from Liverpool to MK Studios version 2 of Porto. It's a very nice scenery, I highly recommend it. Pretty much anything from MK Studios for 2024 is a must buy. Very enjoyable flight in the 73 again as usual. Love flying this aeroplane with the Boris sounds. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please consider giving me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon in another video.